Welcome to BNEWS Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher along with BNEWS Director Rich Hosford, Robert Paris, James Hurley, Madison Shipka with her first report for us, Peter Brown with the weather, and Marge McDonald with the senior news. Thank you for joining us. We start today with some sad news. Burlington has lost two of its highly accomplished residents who dedicated their lives to the community. Robert J. Bob Roberto, veteran and past Burlington selectman, passed away after a long illness on Monday morning, July 4th. He was 84 years old. Bob grew up in Winchester and enlisted in the Army during the end of the Korean War and the beginning of the Vietnam War. He moved to Burlington in 1959 and became active in the community. He served on numerous town boards, including the Personnel Board for 7 years and 9 years as a member of the Board of Selectmen, where he did a stint as board chairman. He was part of the group who convinced the Leahy Clinic to move to Burlington. He was also very active in the Burlington Knights of Columbus, and he coached Little League and Babe Ruth and assisted youth hockey in their fundraising activities. Also on June 15th, Eleanor J. McCarthy, a retired Burlington public school teacher, passed away at the age of 83. Eleanor was born in Boston before her family moved, and she went to high school in Belmont. She then went to BU and received a degree in art education. She started her teaching career as an art teacher for 3 years at Willard B. Atwell Junior High School in Wakefield. After taking several years off to raise children, she returned to Francis Wyman School in Burlington as an art teacher from 1972 to 1980. She spent the last 21 years of her 35 years as an educator as a 5th grade teacher at Burlington's Wildwood and Francis Wyman schools. She was respected and loved by her students and colleagues. They would wonder how someone so small in stature could be such a ball of energy, passion, and kindness. Eleanor had been a contributing member of the Burlington community for the past 57 years. She was an active member of the Burlington Country Club during her children's school years. She was a talented knitter and would spend all year knitting hats, mittens, and scarves to donate to People Helping People's Wish Tree. For years, many children would receive one of her gifts under their Christmas tree. You can find the full obituaries for both Bob and Eleanor at bcattv.org/bnews. On Monday, members of the Burlington community came together to celebrate our nation's Independence Day. BCAT was there, and BNews intern Robert Paris has this story.
Independence Day, a day our country was born. On July 4th, the annual Independence Day Parade was held in Burlington. It ran from Cambridge Street to the Marshall Simmons Middle School on Wynn Street. Many residents of Burlington were there to celebrate our nation's independence. BCAT's own Linda McNamee from Something to Talk About was there and gave her thoughts on the parade.
Can't wait. Counting the days down since I decided to do this. I think the sense of community, really. The parade and the picnics and just, seeing the patriotism in the community, because I think a lot of that has been lost over the rest of the year.
State Rep Ken Gordon tells BCAT what is his favorite part about the 4th of July.
Being able to come here and see the people of Burlington, share this holiday with them. People are in such a good mood, and it's such a beautiful day today, too.
This year's parade would not have been accomplished without this team of organizers. Mary Nolte and Mike Runyon are Burlington's 4th of July committee. Mary did not march with the parade this year. Luckily, I spotted her in the crowd as she was awaiting the parade.
This is my first time sitting and watching it, and I'm seeing those motorcycles fly by, so I know it must be coming. And I found this little spot in the shade, and this wonderful neighbor said it's fine to sit here, and I can't wait to see everybody. I see the horses flying by and see the Patriots, and it's always a great parade.
Terry Tarpey and Mike Runyon spoke with BCAT about the parade.
The parade, people love it. They think it's the best parade in the world that they have ever, marched in or participated in, and it's all because of the Legion. And I thank them from the bottom of my heart, guys. Great job. We had probably eight to 9 floats, varied in size and shapes and form, but yeah, we had like 9 of them, and it was great. It was good.
Wow. I think it's similar to last year's parade. Of course, this is our 3rd year doing the parade. It gets a little bit easier.
This year was better.
Well, they all get better. They get better each year. Well, I don't know if they get better, but they certainly get easier. And by the way, Robert, I can't end the interview without talking about our sponsors. First and foremost, the town of Burlington, the good people of Burlington that support our efforts through town meeting, appropriations, and the the businesses and the individuals in town that also contribute to make this day a success. So we're very fortunate to live here in Burlington with such a generous business community.
Among the many floats and people on the parade, the Grand Marshal was there to tell BCAT about his experience.
It's wonderful. It is a great experience and an honor besides. And I represent not only me, but I represent all the veterans, men and women of Burlington. So being a veteran, and it's an exceptional honor for me to be Grand Marshal and to represent the veterans of this town.
The Grand Marshal made his final thoughts on the experience.
Just be as surprised and as happy as I am to be selected as Grand Marshal. It's a great honor.
We asked parents and the children what is their favorite thing about the 4th and the parade.
Being with family, celebrating our liberties of freedom.
The colors.
The colors?
I guess freedom.
Yeah, and cookouts and family gatherings, yeah.
That we can do this, right.
Celebrating the freedom that we can do this every year.
Just seeing everybody and just having a great time with people and remembering awesome people.
I think we've got perfect weather for the 4th, and everyone's enjoying it, and we're just going to sit here and enjoy the parade as it comes along.
Coming to the parade?
Well, it's got to be the weather, of course. I mean, we're as far away from snow as we can possibly be, so that makes it the best thing. And of course, all these great people coming out for the 4th of July too.
Love it. We've had this parade for years and they stopped it. We brought it back again. We brought it back even more better. So the guys are doing a good job to set this up. The American Legion and the town of Burlington.
Just about everything, okay? Yeah, I can't really pinpoint one item, but everything is beautiful.
The day off?
I like the fireworks.
The fireworks, right? The fireworks?
Celebrate America and the fireworks.
From the 4th of July parade, I'm Robert Paris for BNEWS Weekly.
2 rising leaders in the Burlington Police Department recently completed an advanced training course. Chief Michael Kent said in a statement that he is pleased to announce that Robert Kirshner and Lieutenant Thomas Brown, Lieutenant Kirshner as well, successfully completed the Senior Management Institute for Police. The program is offered by the Police Executive Research Forum, an independent organization that focuses on critical issues in policing, that provides senior police executives with intensive training in the latest management concepts and practices used in business and government. Participants also engage in discussions about the top issues facing law enforcement today. Participants leave the course with a clear understanding of general management theory, policy development, planning processes, and organizational behavior. Topics include diversity, political management, organizational strategy, leadership, negotiations, media relations, among others. Chief Kent said the department strives to offer the best training opportunities in order for officers to continually grow in their roles, and that Lieutenant Kirshner and Lieutenant Brown, as rising leaders, will take the skills learned to better their positions within the department and better the community at large. The revitalization of the district, the area formerly known as New England Executive Park, continues. We recently went down to see what was new and what was being worked on. Let's have a look. What's worse than losing money to a scammer? Losing more money to another scammer claiming to help you recover from the first one. That's what the FEC, or the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, is warning residents about this week. It works like this. Con artists contact you because you're on the list of people who lost money to scams. For a small fee or donation up front, they promise to recover the money lost from a prize scheme, bogus product offer, or some other scam. Sometimes they try to get you to contact them by putting their offers of help in the comment section of blog posts or online articles about scams. Some crooks claim to be from a government agency to appear trustworthy. Others pretend to be actual victims who supposedly help from some fake agency or company. But it's all, again, just a scam, another way for a scammer to profit from your loss. They're after your money, and if you share your payment information, they've got it. Here's how you can avoid these recovery scams. Don't pay upfront for a promise. Someone might ask you to pay in advance for things like help with recovering from a scam. Consider it a no-go for any service provider if they ask you for money before they provide any help. Don't send money or give out personal information in response to an unexpected text, phone call, or email. Do not send bank checks, ACH, or wire transfers at any time. Do online searches. Type the name or contact information into your favorite search engine with the term complaint or scam. Remember, ACH, wires, or bank checks are all taboos when you're dealing with anybody. The Burlington Public Library recently held a presentation by children's author Jonathan Hall and the inspiration for his book, Toto the Tornado Kitten. BNEWS volunteers James Hurley and Madison Shipka went to the presentation and have this report.
But the best part about this book is it's a true story. It's not a made-up story, and it's all about me and this kitty cat, and it's called Toto the Tornado Kitten.
On Tuesday, June 28th, the Burlington Public Library had a very peculiar guest, a cat. This cat's name is Toto. On June 1st, 2011, an F3 tornado struck western and central Massachusetts, leaving a 37-mile path of destruction from Westfield to Charlton. Toto was found alone in storm-damaged trees by a tree worker. Jonathan Hall, who wrote the book, shared his thoughts on what made this story possible.
I'm a paramedic, and I never have written a book before, but I decided to write the book after we got to adopt Toto and bring him back to Brimfield, and we wanted to do something for the animal organizations that had helped out Toto, and so we decided to write the book and write it about him. At first we thought it would be a silly project, and we printed 200 copies of the book, but it turned out to be much bigger than that, and to date we've sold over 15,000 copies of Toto the Tornado Kitten.
Rather than go the traditional publishing route, Jonathan decided to self-publish.
So I've self-published. Everything is self-published. It's a way to save money and to make it a cheaper project. Because we give 100% profits to animal charity, I've tried to cut down the middleman, and just so I print the books or have them printed, I do my own publishing and my own website and everything. So to date, we've been able to raise $58,000 for animal shelters, which is pretty cool.
When asked if he's going to write another book, here's what he had to say.
I think there are. It's in the works, so certainly it takes a lot of work, and this is a labor of love, and I do it on my own time. I certainly, as a paramedic, have a couple jobs, so I'm always working, but I think there's time enough to squeak in for a third book. So hopefully we'll be back in Burlington in 2017, and we'll have a new book.
From down here at the Burlington Public Library, I'm Madison Shipka for BNews Weekly.
There's a new program in Burlington trying to get parents to engage their children in building reading skills from a very young age. BNews Director Rich Hosford has this report.
The Burlington Public Schools, School Committee, and the Burlington Area Chamber of Commerce have teamed up for a new project aimed at helping young children, even babies, start to build the skills necessary to be strong readers later on. School Committee member Kristen Russo explained how the project came about.
I took a Sally Grimes literacy course with other Burlington teachers, and during that time she talked about how literacy, learning to read, is not hardwired in our brain the way other things are. And that kind of struck us of how we really need from day one when these babies are born to be talking to them and building those connections for them. During the class, she also handed out a book, Make Time for Reading, and the teachers and I were talking about what a nice book it was, because one side of the book talked about to the parents and guardians of how to read to your child, and it was really low-key and simple too. And the other side told a story to the child, so there's both aspects of it. So in talking with the other teachers, we're saying, how can we use this? How can we get this in the hands of parents, especially when the children are little? And in speaking with Dr. Conti, we broached the idea of wouldn't it be nice when a child's born that the parents are given this book? And it just flourished from there.
The book, along with a letter welcoming the new child to Burlington, will be given to parents of new babies. They will either receive it at the hospital or in the mail. So far, Russo said, about 1,000 of the books have been mailed to families with young children. So what is the big benefit for children and their reading abilities of getting them started so young?
The research has been showing that children who have phonemic awareness, which is the sound letter recognition, it's one of the best indicators of the children that will be able to read. So the children who have been talked to since day one and read to really come in with more of a foundation of that sound letter awareness and word sound awareness, and they're really able then to work with the teachers at the younger level and build upon that with the phonics and then the letter recognition with the sound and the syllables too.
Getting children started on a life of reading at an early age before they start kindergarten will give them an advantage when they enter school, Kristen said.
Well, the earlier, by third grade, we know that if children are reading proficiently by third grade, they start jumping into the reading to learn. We get into social studies, science, all different subjects where they're starting to read for meaning. So the sooner that they're reading fluently, they are then able to gather more from their reading. So instead of just reading and then going back to read again for meaning, they're able to read for meaning the first time through.
Burlington Area Chamber of Commerce President Rick Parker said the Chamber was happy to partner with the schools for this project.
Well, the Chamber sees part of its responsibility is to support the community, and Dr. Conti is on our board. We added him to the board years ago, understanding that giving back to the community is part of the business responsibility.
Rick said the Burlington school system was great in preparing his children for college, and he hopes this project will help it do even more for the next generation.
Well, I raised my family here in Burlington. 3 children that we put through the Burlington public school system, went on to in college now, doing very well, got a very good head start for the college life going through the Burlington school system. And I think that this reading program actually engages some of the residents here before they get to the school system and gives them the leg up when they're coming into the school system. So it's that continuous progress throughout their educational life and then preparing them for the workforce as well.
Finally, looking at the long term, Rick said helping to educate the children of today will help his clients in the business community tomorrow.
Well, in today's world, most of these companies that are in the area, they're an internet connection away from going anywhere. And when companies tend to leave this area, they don't necessarily, when they go west, they don't go to Springfield, they go to California. Part of the strategy for keeping people here is to have an educated workforce. One, hopefully that a lot of these employees that work in the companies locally will reside in Burlington. That helps us to keep, not only to keep the companies here, but to keep a strong workforce available for the businesses, and it perpetuates a very friendly business environment, but also, again, connects the business community to the residential community.
For BNEWS Weekly, I'm Rich Hosford.
To roll up their sleeves and help by donating blood. The organization said on Tuesday that it was issuing an emergency appeal asking for eligible blood and platelet donors to give as soon as possible. According to the emergency appeal, right now Red Cross blood products are being distributed to hospitals faster than donations are coming in. Blood donations have fallen short of hospital needs for the past few months, resulting in about 39,000 fewer donations than what's needed, as well as a significant drawdown of its overall inventory of blood supply. Chris Ruda, Executive Vice President, Red Cross Biomedical Services, said summer is the most challenging season to collect enough blood, but patients need blood no matter what time of year it is. A recent survey of Red Cross blood donors showed more than 75% indicated vacation plans this summer, many of them occurring this week before and after July 4th. Nearly 650 fewer blood drives are held the week of July 4th than during an average week. That is approximately the equivalent of the Red Cross not collecting any blood donations for an entire day. In Burlington, there is a blood drive every Tuesday at the American Legion at 162 Wynn Street, every Tuesday from 1 to 7 p.m. You can also find other local drives here. Eligible blood donors are urged to schedule a donation today by using the Red Cross Blood Donation app. Visit redcrossblood.org or calling 1-800-RED-CROSS. We go now to our BNews weatherman, Peter Brown, in our Weather Center for this week's forecast. We'll also check out the community calendar with Robert Paris to see what's happening in Burlington.
Hello everyone, this is Peter Brown with a look at your weather for the upcoming period, and I want to first say I hope you all enjoyed your 4th of July and had a great time at the Burlington 4th of July parade this past Monday. But as we start out, I'm going to take a look at the weather coming up for this period. As you can see, starting out on Thursday, look at this. Temperatures up near 90, so we're actually above average, which is a little bit, not normal for us for this summer. Temperatures have actually been a little bit below average. But as you can see, going to be a nice warm start to our summer weekend, that's for sure. As we get to the end of next period, we're going to see temperatures again, average temperatures in the 80s, so still some beautiful summer weather to come. As we move ahead, I'm going to show you a little bit about what's going to be going on with our weather this upcoming week. We have this system that's going to be coming through southeastern Canada, and what's going to be happening is that's going to kind of slow down as it comes through southern New England, meaning we're going to get a few days of heavy showers and thunderstorms that could last even into Sunday. As this low moves into Maine, it's going to kind of slow down, and that's going to bring us a north-northeast wind. So temperatures by you get to the end of the weekend are going to be actually much cooler, maybe 25 degrees cooler than it is today. So something to look forward to if you're needing water for your garden, that's for sure. As we move ahead, I'm going to show you a little bit about what the National Weather Service is saying for our temperatures and precipitation coming up. As you can see here, going up towards the second half of our period, looks like they're predicting us to have near to above average temperatures here in the Burlington area and the rest of southern New England. As you can see, all of this orange up here. So looks like we're going to be holding on to that. We're going to have to see how that verifies as we get on, though, towards the end of the weekend. Again, I said some cooler weather is going to be coming in. As we move ahead, we're going to show you a little bit about the precipitation coming up. And unfortunately, if you really need water for your garden, it's predicting once we get by the rain this weekend, looks like it's going to get fairly dry again. So that's not the best news. Great news if you're on vacation, but if you need water for your garden, really not the best thing, that's for sure. As we move ahead, I'm going to show you the 7-day forecast. And as you can see, starting out here on Thursday, we're going to see warm temperatures with very muggy conditions. And look at this, a chance of thunderstorms Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I just want to let you know, folks, looking at the latest model projections, Saturday and Sunday, we're probably going to have to take maybe 4 or 5 degrees off of those high temperatures. We might actually not even get out of the 60s on Sunday with a cool northeast wind and some rain. But as we get on to the latter half of the period, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, a return to our really dry and beautifully warm summer conditions up into the mid-80s by the time we get to Wednesday. So I hope you enjoy the great weather that we've been having. A little bit of rain to come, which is great for your garden, but enjoy the weather and you have a continued great summer.
Hello and welcome to your community calendar. First up, call in fans of Wookiees, Stormtroopers, and Jedi Knights. On Friday, July 15th at 7 p.m., the Barnes & Nobles in Burlington is hosting a Star Wars event for fans. All ages are welcome for trivia, bingo, giveaways, cosplay, and a Learn to Play Star Wars X-Wing game event. The event is free. For more info, visit the Barnes & Noble's website at barnesandnobles.com or call 781-273-3871. Next, want to learn more about a truly American form of music? On Tuesday, July 12th at 7 p.m., the Burlington Public Library is hosting an introduction to American Indian music with Craig Harris, percussionist, educator, and author of Heartbeat, Warble, and the Electric Powwow, American Indian Music. American Indian music is an unprecedented celebration of Native North American magnificent audio tapestry. For more information, visit the Burlington Public Library website at burlington.org or call 781-270-1690. Finally, come along to see our hometown Sox take on the rivals, the New York Yankees. On Saturday, July 16th, the Burlington Rec Department is holding a day trip to see the Red Sox at the Yankees. You knew the original Yankee Stadium was called the house that Ruth built. Well, the new Yankee Stadium is often referred to as the house that Steinbrenner built. $1 billion plus sports revenue located in the Bronx. The cost per person is $139. Pre-registration is required for this trip. For more info, visit the Burlington Rec website at burlington.org or call the Rec at 781-270-1695. And that was your community calendar. I'm Rob Paris. Back to you in the studio.
One place where there is always a lot going on is the Burlington Senior Center. We go now to Council on Aging Director Marge McDonald for the latest senior news.
Hi, I hope you all had a great 4th. Burlington put on a great celebration with the parade in the morning and fireworks at night. If you came out to the parade, I hope you brought your grandkids and were able to catch some bubbles from us. We had a great time handing them out. I love watching the look on the kids' faces when they realize we're tossing bubbles. I think some adults were just as excited. This summer is shaping up to be pretty busy. Also, thank you to the Burlington Fire Department and Wegmans for our summer barbecue. The walking group will continue to meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays through the summer. However, we are changing the time to 8 a.m. to accommodate the warmer summer temps. We meet down at the track and you can walk at your own pace by yourself or with someone else. You never know, you might meet someone new. But don't forget to bring water with you and to put on sunscreen. On Monday, July 11th, we will be showing My Fair Lady, starring Audrey Hepburn and Rex Harrison. On Tuesday, July 12th at 10 a.m., the nonprofit Art Matters will be here with a close look at many of the paintings of Impressionism that moved the world into the modern era. The Impressionists were painters of light, painters of nature, and painters of human nature. Having little in common except a common enemy, the Academy, artists like Monet, Renoir, and Degas defied convention and changed the way the whole world looked at art. Like a stone dropped into a still pond, the ripples from this revolutionary style of painting spread out, influencing a whole generation of artists. I will not be able to film this, so don't miss this very interesting presentation. On Wednesday, July 13th at noon, someone from Talking Books will be here to educate us about talking books and the ease of ordering, listening, and using them. They are not the same as books on tapes or DVDs. On Monday, July 18th at 12:30, the movie will be 42nd Street. The Life After Loss group will meet on Monday, July 18th at 1 p.m. for anyone who has experienced the loss of a loved one, whether it was last week, last year, or even 10 years ago. This will be an ongoing group meeting monthly. At noon, before the Leahy Farmers Market on the 20th, there will be a cooking demonstration with one or more of the produce being offered that day. Also, please note that Atria has graciously offered to provide our August supper. That's all for now. I hope to see you at the Senior Center, where the air conditioner will be running all summer.
Finally this week, a popular gift this holiday season is being recalled due to a severe safety flaw. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission is recalling 501,000 self-balancing scooters, popularly known as hoverboards. The reason for the recall is that the lithium-ion battery packs can overheat and catch on fire or explode. There have been at least 99 incidents reported of the battery packs overheating, sparking, smoking, catching fire, and or exploding, including reports of burn injuries and property damage. The recall impacts products from 10 companies, manufacturers, and the hoverboards were sold in a variety of stores, online and at kiosks from June 15, 2015 through May 2016 for between $350 and $900. The Commission says consumers should immediately stop using these recalled products and contact the recalling company to return their hoverboard for a full refund. A free repair or replacement of the model. That's it now from the news desk here at BNEWS Weekly. Where are we? Okay, that's it from the news desk here at BNEWS Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher, along with Rich Hosford, James Hurley, Madison Shipka, Peter Brown, and Marge McDonald. Thank you for joining us.